This signing bonus is literally 100K. All right, hey guys. Oh geez, this is loud. This is gonna be a little bit different of a video. The camera might look a little bit different because I'm using my webcam instead of my DSLR. Just because my DSLR, it runs out of space if I record for too long, and that's kind of annoying to pay attention to, so when I'm using OBS, I'm just gonna use this webcam. But today, what am I doing? I thought it'd be fun, you know, if you're new to the channel and you're just tuning in for like a minute, you know, just stay for a little bit. Basically, I cover, you know, computer science videos, college advice videos, tech videos, and today I'm gonna try to combine those topics, almost. So, as you'll see on screen here is the CS Career Questions subreddit. I believe, I don't know how often they do it per year. I know it's a couple times per year, but as you can see, it's the official salary sharing thread for new grads. We're just gonna go through it, gonna do some reactions to it. This video will probably be less edited without the, you know, all the pictures, just because it's gonna be more of some reactions. You know, hopefully it'll inspire you, because I was taking a preliminary look at some of these salaries and oh my God. A lot of these people are making bang. If you're, you know, maybe hopping into computer science and, you know, you're like, hey, maybe I won't get a good job, or maybe, you know, you're not sure. Hopefully this provides you some reinforcement. Again, let's say if you did get an offer and it's less than this, don't feel bad. Most computer science jobs pay very well and above the average salary for college students. So I just thought it would be a fun sort of format to do some, you know, a fun little video to see, you know, what people are making around the around the country that are graduating with CS degrees. Okay, so enough of the spieling. Let's just hop into this bad boy. So as you can see, there's like some fields they want you to fill out when you're filling this out. So education, prior experiences, the company, the title, the length of the job, location, salary, bonuses, stock, total compensation, stuff like that. Okay, let's just go into it. Okay, first one, education. So computer science, Bachelor of Science from UC Santa Cruz. Yeah, okay. Low tier UC, all the UCs are good, man, come on. He's had internships at Big N, fintech, small consulting firm, so pretty good experience. He got an offer from LinkedIn. He's a systems and infrastructure engineer. That's really interesting because I noticed that, you know, most, geez, why is this so bright on my, it's like I'm glowing. I noticed that most CS people usually get are, you know, the jobs they usually get are either, you know, like junior developers or like software engineers, basically. But it's really interesting to see a systems engineer, an infrastructure engineer. But Sunnyvale, California, expected. That's where LinkedIn is. Salary, 125K, really good. Relocation signing bonus, so 20K signing. Some other random relocation stuff. Oh yeah, okay, so stock and recurring bonuses, 175K in Microsoft stock, vesting over 4 years. 10% target bonus. That's because LinkedIn is owned by Microsoft, so makes sense. Total comp is 201K for the first year, 181K for the second or third years. Then that's the one he accepted. So another offer he got was software engineer in Microsoft Sunnyvale, California, 119. It's interesting that, you know, he got both LinkedIn and Microsoft. That's really good. Salary 119. Signing bonus 50K over 2 years, I guess, so maybe 25 each year. I haven't actually seen signing bonus divided by 2 years before. Plus 55 relocation, 150K over 3.5 years, 0 to 20% bonus. 10% is average, so 204K the first year, 199K the second year. I'm interested to see why he chose LinkedIn versus Microsoft when the total comp's actually more for Microsoft. Maybe it was maybe he just liked systems engineering and infrastructure engineering a little bit more. And then you can, if you guys want to see this thread, you can find it in the description below, but there's just some comments. The format of Reddit always confuses me, but we'll just keep going through. So education, mid-tier state school, prior experience, internship with a government agency. Company, we see Microsoft again with title software engineer at Redmond, which is where the Microsoft campus is. Salary 110K. Relocation, so 5K plus 30K signing. That's pretty good. 120K stock in Microsoft vested over 4 years. So those familiar with vesting is basically when you have to work at the company to get this stock. You can't just get it all at once and then quit the company. So basically, if it's 120K invested evenly or vested evenly over 4 years, that's 30K a year. So every year up to 4 years, you'll get 30K in Microsoft stock. 10% annual bonus, 25% clearance bonus. So I'm guessing they're working in a cleared space. So 208K the first year, 178K for years 2 through 4. And, you know, that could definitely, you know, change as you know, improve. Okay, so education, UT Austin, which is a top 10, top 15 CS school. Prior experience, really good with 2 internships at Amazon. Amazon and Retail Me Not. Don't negotiate for new grad, and the Microsoft recruiter wouldn't budge, so I wasn't able to negotiate any of the offers. I ended up accepting Microsoft. Okay, let's look at this, guys. Amazon. Title, SDE 1. I don't know what SDE is. I'm gonna guess software development engineer, maybe. Location, New York City. Salary, 123K. One thing that you guys should consider if you're looking at accepting new salaries, or, you know, like where you're gonna get a job, is definitely look at the location. Just because the location, you got to look at how much it's gonna cost to live there. So if it's gonna cost like in San Francisco, the standard of living is like crazy expensive. Like you got to make like 117 or something to be like average. So definitely, you know, see how far your money's gonna take you in the location. But relocation, 7,000. Year 1 bonus, 38K. Year 2 bonus, 24K. I'm curious on how Amazon calculates their bonuses, because these seem pretty set. Usually they're like performance related, but stock, so 90,000 RSUs vesting at 5%, 15%, 40%, 40% over 4 years. I'm actually not super familiar with this sort of format. If you are familiar, maybe comment that down below. I'm just, you know, I'm not super familiar with this. So total comp, 170K first year, 160K years 2 to 4. This guy also got an offer from Microsoft. L60 SDE, or maybe it's software design engineer. I'm not sure, because I actually don't know what these like titles mean. Like I don't know L60 means. Redmond headquarters, 118,000, 5K, you know, 25K year 1 bonus. Like again, I'm not sure how he's calculating these, but maybe it's just in the offer letter. Stocks, 130K RSUs vesting over 3.5 years. So again, what's an RSU? Restricted stock unit. Okay. Are a form of stock-based employee compensation. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I just don't know a lot about that. 0 to 20% of base annual bonus. Target 10%, 0 to 9K annual stock total. Okay, you guys see this stuff. Let's, he got one from Retail Me Not. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. So far we've only seen 100K salaries. I think, right? Unless there isn't. Yeah, I think so. Bonus 10K, 10K. Incentive plan. I guess they just pay you these in addition. So total comp 125K, years 1 to 4. Okay, yeah, so makes sense why he took, I think he accepted the Microsoft one. Had the highest overall salary. Yeah, so, but any of these companies would have been, you know, great anyway. So now we're on to, okay, so for anyone who's out of state, or, you know, maybe out of country, not out of state, out of country, obviously, but this person got a CS bachelor's from Public Canadian University. He had 4 internships with Tesla and Uber. Crazy, dude. These people have insane internships, man. What the? Oh, Jesus. Bro, come on, dog. Tesla and Uber, man. It's like, you gotta share it with. You gotta share it with us. All right, he accepted Tesla, where he will be a software engineer. Yeah, actually, I don't want to say he. That's very assumption of me. This person. I don't want to say he. It definitely could be anyone. That goes for saying with everyone before this as well. This person. Okay, so this person's comp. I don't want to say he, because that's a bad assumption. I think, you know, I think tech, you know, unfortunately, it's not as diverse as it could be. I think it's moving in a direction where it could become very diverse. I think a lot of companies are doing very well at that, but you you know, obviously you see the sort of implicit bias that's in my head when I constantly say he. Oh, or it could just be that I'm a guy and I say he a lot, so. All right, so let's just hop back into this. Tesla, 140K base salary. No, really, that's really interesting. Literally no signing bonus for Tesla. That's really interesting for a company like Tesla. Usually you'd see something at least. All relocation is covered, but still, that's, you know, stock and recurring bonuses, 70K stock vested annually. That's actually really good. Tesla stock, 280K over 4 years. That's actually really good. That's a really good salary despite the no signing bonus. That's a really good investment. 70K a year, that's really good. You know, I wonder what it's like now, given the current situation that, you know, recently, I think even just like today and yesterday, Uber and Lyft like recently said that they had to lay off a bunch of people given the circumstances because, you know, Uber and Lyft in less demand. So I wonder how this offer actually has changed because this was from March this year. It's only a month old, so I wonder how this offer has actually changed or if it's changed, you know. So, I mean, obviously this offer was valid a month ago, but they didn't have to lay off people. Okay, salary 120K. Relocation signing bonus was 20K over 2 years. 11K for relocation seems really high. Like usually relocation is like 5K usually, because how expensive is relocation anyway? Like, I mean, U-Haul's not that expensive, homie, but you know, whatever, everything helps, right? Uber, 12.5K yearly cash bonus plus 22, so you get 22.5K stocks vested annually. I'm not sure what 22.5, does that mean just like every year indefinitely you get 22.5, or does that just mean like 22.5 up to 4 years? Oh, I'm curious on that. PM resume if you're comfortable. Just curious what a Canadian code Chad looks like. Yeah, this guy's like, buy Tesla calls. Oh god. Okay, don't follow these advice. Oh, nice, dude. We got a UCSD fellow person out here. That's dope. Okay, education. He didn't put it in the right, or not he, this person. This person didn't put it in the right format. We got a fellow UCSD alum here. Education, UCSD, prior experience, 2 Amazon, 1 Google. Good God, man. These people and their internships, it's crazy. Like, come on, man. You're just like flexing out here with 2 Amazon and 1 Google. What the heck, dude? That's like so good. Like, when you guys are hearing this, don't be like, geez, I only have an internship with like this one local IT firm that's near me. That's still great, but this still seems really impressive. Oh, so they got an offer from Google, which is 6 software engineer. They're in the Bay, so that could be a little bit challenging because depending on where you live, could just be like super expensive, like ungodly expensive in the Bay. If you're familiar with, you know, San Francisco prices. Salary 126K. Relocation signing bonus, not sure about relocation. 15K signing bonus. I feel like 15K is pretty standard. It's good. 1 million. No, that's 100,000. 100,000 over 4 years. Because usually most companies, they say you get a 0 to 20% performance bonus per year, like up to 20% of your base salary. So I guess, you know, these targets are basically just talking about what they're gonna aim for the annual bonus. So basically, how well are you gonna do the job? Probably should have tried to negotiate, but I got lazy and didn't really recruit anywhere else, so I didn't have any other offers. I feel this so hard because I did the same thing. I got an offer for a company, and everyone's telling you like, oh, you gotta negotiate, you gotta, you know, you gotta play hardball with them, get every cent out of these corporations, but I was like, dude, I don't have any other offers. I don't know if I can negotiate. What if they're like, nah, like you're a new grad? No. And then they just rescind the offer, and then I just try to be greedy. So to each his own, you know. Education, BS Physics, top tier private school. All right, comment down below what we think this top tier private school is actually. Are we thinking it's an Ivy League? Cause like if we just look at the formats, like, okay, like UCSD like really put it in this like paragraph style with like random bullet points, like come on, dog. And then we've got these like pro layouts. And then this person's, you know, subtle flexing. BS fit. What the? Wait, why did they have they got a BS in, I just realized this. They got a BS in physics. And I wonder if they like had a computer science minor? Because like physics, I wouldn't think, because you have to take a lot of other classes. I mean, obviously it's STEM, you do a lot of math, you could probably teach yourself coding very well, but I don't think you would like inherently know how to code or have classes that covered it. Maybe like maybe a little bit of Python or MATLAB, depending on what you're doing. But all right, prior experiences. Internship at government agency. Okay, I just want to talk about internships at government agencies. I had one. These are super valuable. Now, they don't pay the greatest, but they just look really good on resumes. And also, if you're able to get a security clearance, those cost a lot of money. So if you're applying to companies that require clearances, so maybe like SpaceX or something, I think that requires clearance. If you already have one, like it's gonna set you miles ahead above people who don't. So this other person at physics research makes sense. Internship at robotics startup. Nice. That's kind of sick. And then you took the job at the robotics startup. So software engineer, Boston. Oh, yo, we think this is, do we think this is Boston Dynamics? No, probably not. I don't think Boston Dynamics is a startup. I actually don't know. 84K. That's still really, really good. It's just the lowest we've seen out of everyone's flexing. They're like, yeah, I get like 200K out of college. Like, that's actually insane. 84K is still amazing out of college. If you look at like the, let's take a little detour. What's like the average college salary after graduation? Let's see how much that is. Yeah, let's just say like 51K. That's like still 30K above the average. That's crazy, dude. All right, education. This person's got computer programming, Santa Monica College. So that's associate studies. Japanese. We got another UCSD. Let's go, man. Got a BA in Japanese. That's pretty sick. I've actually been studying Japanese on my own just recently. It's pretty fun, actually. And then they got a master's in computer science from Georgia Tech. That's actually so good. That's such a good school. Prior experience, freelance, web dev, school projects, no internships. The thing about this is that I think it's all right if you don't have a ton of internships, maybe if you don't have any, as long as you show that you're actually doing something. So if you can like, even if you want to like start your own company and just make yourself like a freelancer, I think that could also like look pretty good on a resume and show that you're business savvy and that you're driven. Company, so it's mobile app support, support ops. So they work with all these sort of different software things. 20K a year. All right. We don't know what this person is like. So they literally got a master's in computer science from Georgia Tech. This person's saying that they have a disability that makes them unable to work unless it's remote. This person should definitely be getting more money. And it's not the fault on this person. I don't want to say that it's this person's fault, but I want to say that if you're like a company, I feel like you should be in this sort of situation, especially if you know that this person is almost forced to accept the offer given their disability. Think that the company should just work with this person and give them more money, essentially, is what I'm saying. All right, education, SUNY New York, City College of Technology, prior experience, various summer internships, mainly in web dev. So this person's working with the city department, junior QA engineer, tenure length 1 year, so I'm guessing it might be a contract. New York City, starting 55K, now 66.6, oh shit. 66.6, dude, that's like the number of the devil. And this is sort of still above the college salary, but it's not as like crazy insane as the 200K salaries are. But master's in computer science, mid-tier private university, 3 internships. Company is Amazon. DE1 again, DC area, 117. It'd be interesting to like go back and see what like the other person made that had the same title. But yeah, we see the same stuff, 200K average over 4 years. That's amazing, dude. I regret being a mech engineer. I wish I was CS. Anyone who's mech in anyone who's mech in the comments, yeah, just comment down I'm mech in the comments down below if you're a mech engineer. I graduated mech in 2015, went back to school for CS in 2018. Pulling out. Education, double major in CS and philosophy. That's a really interesting combination. I wouldn't actually think of both of those things being relevant, but that's awesome. Rank 50 small liberal arts colleges. I always love how people like put the rank in there. They're always like rank 10. Literally rank 10. Internship at big B2B business software company in Columbus, Ohio. All right, comment down below what we think this is. What's based in Columbus, Ohio? This looks like too much work. Okay. Internship. Yeah. So he had this person on the internship, and a reasonable amount of academic non-CS stuff. So philosophy. I wonder what philosophy research actually entails. I wonder what that actually entails. Editing an undergrad philosophy journal. Dude, this person got a offer from Palantir. Let me just tell you a quick story. So I applied to an internship at Palantir and they sent me a code test. Literally the hardest thing I've ever done. I don't think I even could finish it. It was so insanely difficult that the fact that this person got an offer from Palantir, which is, I think is fair. Palantir and Airbnb, I feel like are notorious for having really hard coding tests. So the fact that, you know, good for this person. Hell yeah. So 140K, 172 overall. Series B, self-driving truck startup. I wonder what that would honestly be like to work at. Back-end software engineer. Honestly, startups are literally out of control with their salaries. 135K base for a new grad is pretty crazy. Stock valued at this is the thing you got to be worried about startups. Is that stock valued at 135K, so paper money. Basically, it's, you know, you would get that if the company goes public, or maybe if they're bought out or something. I'm not too sure on what the terms are, but that's the thing. You gotta ask the like startup companies, like, are you guys planning on going public? Things like that, you know? You gotta do a little bit due diligence. IBM, backend software engineer, Austin, Texas. Now, this surprises me, honestly. The fact that IBM, this person's only getting 88K from IBM, and IBM I would say is a fairly large tech company, and the fact that this person's only getting 88K seems a bit odd to me. Well, it's like their total comp's 98K, no 401, this is also odd, no 401K matching until you've been there for 2 years. Series C startup, so it's weird that, see, like IBM, massive company, 88K, startup 130, two startups 135K. Oh, here we go, top 20 public. What do we think this is? Comment down below if you guys think this is Berkeley. Top 20 public university. What are the other, what's another really good, I only know California schools that are public. What do you think? It's probably UCLA maybe? BS in statistics and applied math. Person's had 3 Big N internships. And if you're not familiar, Big N basically just means like a big tech company. 125K assuming 52 40-hour work weeks. Wait, so this person gets literally no weeks off at 125K. 125K is still great, but it's in the Bay, so it's paid hourly, which is first few years. That's really interesting. You usually don't see hourly pay for new, usually it's salary based, but still amazing salary in total comp. BSCS at mediocre state school. Comment down below what we think that state school is. One internship at a small startup. Hey, listen, all experience is good experience. Let's get the facts straight here, okay? Different startup, backend engineer, new hire, salary 65K, not 60, 67.5K, New York City. Total comp, 67.5. So I think this might be a little bit challenging, depending on where you live in New York. You definitely can make it work high above the average, but still, New York is a very expensive city. Come on, this isn't even fair. It's like like here's a relatively good offer, above the average, and then this person just straight flexes with like, yeah, I've had internships at Google, Facebook, F500. Is that is this Forbes 500? I don't know what what's F500? Trucks. Sick. New grad, 118K at Facebook. I mean, this is what we expect, honestly. 280K first year, 170K. New grad, Google, software engineer. Like, come on, dude. 267 first year. Yo, the signing bonus is 100K. What the heck? The signing bonus is literally 100K. That's you get an entire year's salary as a signing bonus. That is absolutely sick. Like this, wow, 100K sign on is pretty crazy. Congrats. That's, oh my gosh, that's actually sick. Oh my god. All right, so I've been recording for like 30 minutes. Anything like crazy. Let's like search for 5. I want to see how much, do we see any 500s here? It's based on region too, so this is Western Europe, Asia, okay. I actually missed this at the top. What does this say? If the principal city of your metro is not in the reference listed below, go to best places, type in the name of the principal city, or city where you work in if there's no such thing, and then click on cost of living in the left sidebar. Buckets based on overall number. Oh, this is super sick. So like, you know how I mentioned earlier about how where you live is, you know, the salary you get should highly depend on where you live. So low is less than 100K, medium greater than or equal to 100K, less than 150K, high is 150K. So high cost of living, New York City, LA, DC, SF, Seattle, Boston, San Diego. Honestly, I live in San Diego right now, and I feel like I don't think the cost of living is that much. I wouldn't compare it to the SF. That seems a little like general. I remember I looked at this like maybe a month ago, and I honestly think I saw a guy who had or I don't know if it was a guy. I saw someone who had a sign-on bonus of literally like 200,000 or like 300,000 at an investment bank, or not investment bank, a consulting firm maybe, something like that. It was actually crazy. It doesn't look like I can find it though. I wonder if it was deleted. I just can't find it. But tell me if you guys like this format. It's relatively unedited. It's just my initial reactions to some of these insane salaries. Maybe, hopefully, it inspires you. You know, keep hopeful. You know, chasing hope about companies you could get into, your salaries. You know, trust me, I've taken on a lot of student debt, so seeing this definitely is comforting. But yeah, it was a little bit different type format of a video. If you want to see CS career questions, this link, you can find it in the description below. Comment down below what you think of the turtleneck I wore in another video as well. And that's it. Tune in to my next video, guys, and peace out, lads.